Hello, Not Manly here. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We are trying to save Eve from being stranded in low Eve orbit. This is the same craft that we sent Jebediah and Valentina on to low Eve orbit, with the addition of the Probodobodyne HECS probe. The Probodobodyne HECS has prograde and retrograde hold, which will help us with maneuvers, assuming that we can keep this craft within signal range of the Kerbal Space Center, which is easier said than done, as we found out, with the Space Center being the only signal relay on Eve. Here I am trying to match inclination with the target on ascent. See if we can't save ourselves some fuel while getting up here. There we go. AP is above the atmosphere already, and we are already in space. We go to our swivel liquid fuel engine, and we are burning for our lives trying to get this craft closed orbit so that we don't fall back into the atmosphere. The swivel is still not the greatest thrust, but still very efficient engine for what it does. There we go, a little more. Come on. And there we go. Periapsis now 44, 45, 56 kilometers. And we do it while still within signal range. And while we still have signal, we're going to plan a maneuver on the other side of the Kerbal Space Center while we try to remain within comms range. It's the only way we can do these maneuvers as well. We have control over the probe. Now we are quite a ways ahead of Eve. We need to let her catch up. So we will simply go to a higher orbit and we will wait a few orbits for her to catch up to us. Use that little plus and minus sign to be able to change the maneuver to happen one orbit later or one orbit earlier. And now we can do this finer maneuver. Let's try to get within 0.1 kilometers, within 100 meters. And we can just be able to pluck Eve out of the sky, hopefully. 0.5, 0.3, come on, 0.2, 0.1. And there we go. We'll be able to do the maneuver, hopefully right within signal range of the Space Center. Now it's just a matter of waiting for Eve to catch up to us. We are in a higher orbit, so we are a little slower than her. So we just wait and wait and wait. I'm pretty sure Eve doesn't mind waiting a few more hours for catching up to our craft. She's probably just ecstatic that there's a working craft coming up to get her. Don't know what the R&D department was thinking. Wonder what kind of craft they left her up there in. Got some questions for the R&D department later on, I suppose. And one more orbit. And there we go, we're back in signal range and we are making our maneuver. Going ever so gently. We want to get as close to Eve's craft as we can. We wind up being 0.3 kilometers, only 300 meters, but we can get a little closer than that. There we go, 0.2. We'll take 0.2. We are on the far side of Eve right now, waiting for Eve to catch up to us. We've got no control over this probe, so it will be up to Eve to get out of her craft and then come to us. And there she is, the Mark 1 crew cabin. How did she get up here in that without exploding? We've been having such a hard time getting these things back. Anyway, let's get her out. Go on, target, there we go. And there we go. And there goes Eve Kerman, thrusting for her life to catch up to our rescue craft. EVA pack has about 600 meters per second delta V, so catching up to this craft isn't a problem. It's just a matter of thrusting for her life. And there we go, we are on our way. And there she is. How the R&D department got Eve up here, I have no idea. We'll be asking them some questions later on, but first it's just important to get her aboard this craft so we can bring her home safe. Come on. And there we go. Now let's see what we got here. Eve is a pilot. She has full command of this craft, whether we have signal or not. That is good for us because we can do our deorbit anywhere. And with the assistance of the HECS probe, she even has prograde and retrograde hold even without a signal. Right now she's still an inexperienced pilot. She will get her full experience when she gets down to the surface of Eve. All we can do right now is get lined up for our deorbit burn. And there she goes. There we go. There's the Kerbal Space Center there. We're going to try to get PE directly above the Space Center. Again, we're just taking guesses of what we know from Kerbal. We haven't figured out how high or how low or how far from the Space Center we got to go yet. But with practice, we'll get there closer and closer. And there's Phoebe with her deorbit burn, coming back home safe. At least we hope. There we go, 35 kilometers. We had to burn up a little bit to try to raise it. We went a little too low there. Getting ready to detach this part. Hopefully we've figured out how to get back safe, and all Phoebe has to do is point retrograde and enjoy the ride home. There's Phoebe Kerman, the first purple to be stranded in space, and the first purple to be rescued from space. At least we hope. There's that gorgeous re-entry trail again. This time we've got our heat shield on there. If we can land in the water, maybe we can even do a part test that we haven't gotten to do yet. Already bits of the service craft have exploded, and we're going to follow their doom. But not Phoebe though. She re-enters safe, and she is in the upper atmosphere. And here she comes. Once again, those gorgeous purple-pink clouds of Eve, and the sun trying to shine through them. There go the drogue chutes. We already know how this works. At least I hope that probe doesn't add too much more mass. That would make this probe too fast for our chutes. The drogues open up and we're getting ready to fire our main chute. There it is. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous Eve sunset. That's a scattered mod giving us those wonderful ocean effects and refraction effects and reflection effects. Who thought that reflecting off purple water would give us green? I didn't think that. But here's Phoebe Kerman coming to splash down in the Explodium Sea, nice and safe, enjoying a beautiful Eve sunset. After a rather exciting day up in space, she gets to enjoy this beautiful sunset and relax. There we go, nice and safe. We'll run our pop test quickly since we're out here. There we go. All kinds of accomplishments. There's the pop test done. We brought Phoebe home from Eve orbit. We did a rendezvous maneuver for the first time, even wasn't with our own craft. And we bring her home safe. And not too far away from home. In the meantime, sunset has happened and it is nighttime at the Kerbal Space Center. We will see you in the next episode. Until then, I'm not Manly. Fly safe.